Holzman's here.
And now it's everyone. All right, we'll go ahead and start right at 9 a.m.
Either someone's working a fryer or there's popcorn popping in the back.
Yeah, that is a lot of background noise.
I was trying to trying to figure out what that one was.
I thought it sounded like a small engine. All right, it is now 9 o'clock and all commissioners are in attendance, so we will call the March 24th agenda meeting to order. Due to COVID-19, the commission will continue conducting agendas via WebEx for the foreseeable future. I ask that those who are participating on the call, please mute your phone unless you need to speak. First order of business is to approve the minutes from March 17th of 2021. You all have seen those. Are there any additions or corrections? Hearing none, all those in favor of approving the minutes from March 17th, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Those minutes are approved 5-0. We have 9 reports and orders today. One brief case discussion, which is just a scheduling issue. So we'll get right into it. File number EO 2021-0032. This is in the matter of an agreement between Evergy Inc. and Elliott Management Inc. So last summer, the commission directed staff to investigate the agreement between Evergy and Elliott Management, which resulted in, among other things, the announcement of the company's sustainability transformation plan. Staff was reviewing the agreement to evaluate whether Evergy's STP could result in decreased quality or unnecessary rate increases. Staff submitted an initial report for their investigation stating that Evergy's STP is not a threat to customers, but staff would like the ability to continue monitoring. So this order grants staff's request and directs Evergy to submit quarterly status reports regarding the STP and permits staff to file additional reports if necessary. So I recommend we support this order version 1. Commissioner Kinney.
I support the order as well.
Commissioner Roop.
I'm supporting the order.
Commissioner Coleman.
I support the order.
And Commissioner Holzman.
I support the order.
All right, all those in favor of approving the order as drafted version 1, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
That order is approved 5-0. Next up, file number HT 2021-0245. This is in the matter of Vicinity Energy Kansas City Inc.'s adjustment to its PACC tariff. Vicinity filed tariff sheets to adjust its production adjustment cost rate for steam service for the April 2021 through March 2022 period. After the filing, Vicinity and staff filed a joint request to extend the deadline for staff to conduct its review due to concerns about fossil fuel cost impacts of the February cold weather event. Staff and the company then filed a joint agreement that had exemplar tariffs, and Vicinity also filed a motion for expedited treatment since it would like any revised tariff sheets to go into effect on April 1st. That agreement was filed after the cold weather event in February, which can significantly impact the next PACC filing in August. No party opposed the agreement, which will allow for Vicinity's PACC rate to remain as its existing rate to avoid volatility with down and then upswings. So this agreement also allows the company to defer in regulatory asset and liability accounts amounts that should flow as a credit to customers for this PACC period and gas costs that would normally be charged as purchased gas expenses during 2021. So this order approves the agreement and the request for expedited treatment. It will reject the PACC tariff sheets filed by the company at the beginning of February with the company to file tariff sheets consistent with the exemplar tariff in the agreement, but with an April 1 effective date. So this also grants the request for expedited treatment. And I recommend we support this order version 2. Commissioner Kenny.
It seems like a wise decision, and I support the order.
Thank you. Commissioner Roop.
I also am supporting.
Commissioner Coleman.
I concur.
And Commissioner Holzman.
I support the order.
All right. All those in favor of approving the order as drafted version 2 say aye. Aye.
Aye.
That order is
Aye.
approved 5. That order is now approved 5-0. Next up, file number WC 2020-0407. This is Claude Scott, complainant, v. Missouri American Water Company, respondent. This order just sets an evidentiary hearing for May 21st. That hearing will be conducted via WebEx, and I support this order version 1. Commissioner Kenny.
I'm in support.
Commissioner Roop.
I'm in support.
Commissioner Coleman.
I support the order.
Commissioner Holzman.
I support the order.
All right. All those in favor of approving the order as drafted version 1 say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
That order is approved 5-0. Next up, file number WC 2021-0129. This is Mr. Harris. This is Mr. Harris, complainant, v. Missouri American Water. This order sets an evidentiary hearing on the small customer complaint for May 4th via WebEx. I support this order version 1. Commissioner Kenny.
Mr. Chairman, I'm in support of the order.
Thank you. Commissioner Roop.
As am I.
Commissioner Coleman.
I support the order.
And Commissioner Holzman.
I support the order.
All right. All those in favor of approving this order as drafted version 1 say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
That order is approved 5-0. Next up, file number GR 2021-0291. This is in the matter of Union Electric Company, DBA Ameren Missouri's purchase gas adjustment tariff filing. Ameren filed tariff sheets to adjust the purchase gas adjustment for its gas customers. This adjustment will raise the natural gas costs for its firm customers, residential and general service customers by about 22%. It will raise the PGA rate for interruptible sales customers by about 7%. The tariff will revise the interim PGA rate for the April 2021 to October 2021 period. This rate is subject to review, adjustments, and reconciliation based on actual cost adjustments and recovered revenue. Staff reviewed the company's filings and stated that this adjustment is okay. So I recommend we support this order version 1. Commissioner Kenny.
I support the order.
Commissioner Roop.
I am in support.
Commissioner Coleman.
I support the order.
And Commissioner Holzman.
I support the order.
All right. All those in favor of approving this order as drafted version 1 say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
This order is approved 5-0. Next up, file number EA 2020-0371. This is in the matter of the application of Union Electric Company, DBA Ameren Missouri, for permission and approval and a certificate of public convenience and necessity under 20 CSR 4240-3.105. Ameren is currently requesting a CCN for a solar generating facility in Montgomery County. The facilities will be an expansion of the company's commission-approved community solar pilot program. An unopposed agreement was filed by the parties that supports the granting of the CCN. The proposed facility will have over 6 megawatts of tracking panels. So this order grants the CCN and approves the terms as set out in the agreement, and I support this order as drafted version 1. Commissioner Kenny?
I am in support.
Commissioner Roop?
I am in support.
Commissioner Coleman?
I support the order.
And Commissioner Holzman.
I want to make a comment here that I really appreciate Ameren watching the trends of the customers, and also want to appreciate the customers saying we want to support this direction, and I think it's great, and I'm happy to support the order today.
Okay. All those in favor of approving the order as drafted version 1, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
That order is approved 5-0. Next up, file number GO 2021-0115. This is in the matter of Spire Missouri Inc.'s DBA Spire's motion for expedited treatment of its COVID-19 residential assistance program tariff filing. Spire filed tariff sheets to extend for an additional 2 months its COVID residential assistance program from the current expiration at the end of this month. The commission issued notice and no party opposed, so this order supports the extension, and I recommend we approve version 1. Commissioner Kinney.
I support the order and commend Spire for willing to match the enrollment dollar for dollar up to $300 per each one customer bills. I think it's an excellent move.
Thank you. Commissioner Roop.
Yeah, I echo Commissioner Kenny's comments.
Commissioner Coleman.
I concur, and support the order.
And Commissioner Holzman.
I agree, and I support the order.
All right. All those in favor of approving the order as drafted version 1, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
That order is approved 5-0. Next up, file number EC 2021-0059. This is Missouri Landowners Alliance, Eastern Missouri Landowners Alliance, DBA Show Me Concerned Landowners, and John G. Hobbs complainants, v. Grainbelt Express LLC and Invenergy Transmission LLC respondent. This order modifies the procedural schedule order and directs that all testimony and evidence will be taken live at the evidentiary hearing. So I recommend we support this order, version 2. Commissioner Kinney.
I support the order.
Commissioner Roop.
As do I.
Commissioner Coleman.
I support the order.
And Commissioner Holzman.
I also support the order.
All right. All those in favor of approving the order as drafted, version 2, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
That order is approved 5-0. Final order today is file number ET 2021-0304. This is in the matter of Union Electric Company, DBA Ameren Missouri's request for expedited approval of its proposed keeping current tariff revisions, temporarily raising the federal poverty levels through 2021. So Ameren filed tariff sheets that would modify the eligibility standards for its keeping current heating and cooling programs. Under the terms of the new tariff, the eligibility will expand to 200% of the poverty level instead of the current 150%. Ameren is requesting expedited treatment so that the tariff sheets can go into effect by April 1st. Staff performed a review and recommended that the tariff sheets be approved to go into effect on April 1st. So no other responses were received. And this order approves the tariff revisions and the request for expedited treatment. So I support this order, version 2. Commissioner Kinney.
Yes, another excellent move by one of our utilities. I support the order.
Thank you. Commissioner Roop.
As do I.
Commissioner Coleman.
I support the order.
And Commissioner Holzman.
It's a good day for ratepayers in the state of Missouri. I support the order.
All right. All those in favor of approving this order, version 2, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
That order is approved 5-0. So that concludes reports and orders today. We do have one brief case discussion in file number WR 2020-0344. This is Missouri American Water Company. Judge DePel, you can tell us about the on the record?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is, as you said, Missouri American Water Company's rate case. There was a stipulation and agreement resolving all of the issues, and this will be a presentation of that agreement on Monday beginning at 1:30 via WebEx. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll be happy to try to find the answers.
All right. Are there any questions for the judge at this time? All right. Hearing none. Thank you, Judge. That concludes others. So all we have left is agenda scheduling. Wednesday, March 29th, we have that on the record that was just mentioned in WR 2020-0344. This is Missouri American Water's request for authority to implement a general rate increase for water and sewer service provided in its Missouri service territories. This will be held via WebEx at 1:30 p.m. with Judge DePel presiding. March 31st, we have agenda at 10:15 a.m. Thursday, April 1st, we have an evidentiary hearing in EC 2021-0057. This is Missouri Landowners Alliance v. Grainbelt. That will be via WebEx at 9 a.m. with Judge Clark. Tuesday, April 6th, we have a PURPA informational workshop. That is EW 2021-0077. That's in the matter of the establishment of a working case regarding the Commission's rule governing cogeneration. That will be via WebEx at 9 a.m. Wednesday, April 7th, agenda at 10:15 a.m. Thursday, April 8th, evidentiary hearing in SA 2021-0017. That's Missouri American Water Company's application for a CCN in and around the city of Hallsville, Missouri. That will be via WebEx at 8:15 a.m. with Judge Jacobs presiding. Tuesday, April 13th through Wednesday, April 14th, we have an evidentiary hearing in ET 2021-0082. That's Ameren's application for approval of its surge protection program. That will be via WebEx at 9 a.m. with Judge Pridgeon. Wednesday, April 14th, we have agenda at 10:15 a.m. Wednesday, April 21st, we have agenda at noon due to the hearing, which is occurring on Wednesday, April 21st and Thursday, April 22nd, which is an evidentiary hearing in EO 2020-0227. That is staff's second MEA prudence review of Cycle 2 energy efficiency programs via WebEx at 9 a.m. with Judge Hatcher. That gets us out through April 22nd. Are there any comments, questions, or requests regarding scheduling through April 22nd?
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Commissioner Holzman.
Yeah, I would just like to say that while we're doing virtual meetings, I kind of like this earlier start. Just putting that out there.
Okay. We will see if anyone else agrees with you over the coming weeks and asks for an earlier start. Any other questions, comments, or requests regarding scheduling? All right, hearing none, that concludes all of our business for today's agenda meeting. So we will stand adjourned. Thank you, commissioners, and we'll see.